Right then, welcome back to the channel. Stephen Howson, Manchester United versus Bournemouth. Tactical preview. Let's have a look at the situation that we find ourselves in. 0-0 draw with Crystal Palace saw Bournemouth extend their unbeaten run to 3 matches, which sounds great on the surface of things, but they've now only won 1 of their last 7 in all competitions. So, unbeaten, few games, not really won either. So they're in a bit of a weird spot at the moment as well. And they've also only won 2 of the last 7 in front of their fans, losing the other 5 as well. So that's quite interesting. I don't know if that plays into anything for United. United, obviously unable to build on the memorable European night that we had against Lyon at the weekend, as we slipped to a 15th loss of the season in the league. Defeat against Wolves, we mean that we've now only won 1 of our 6 in all competitions. Feels good, doesn't it? Bournemouth comfortably won in the reverse fixture. They beat us 3-0 at Old Trafford, and I don't think it'd be a shock for them to do a double over us. It seems like a lot of teams are picking up the double over us this season. I would not put it past them being able to do that as well. Now, Bournemouth, under Areola, have become quite a high-energy, aggressive team that plays with intensity and tactical discipline, and they seem to draw inspiration from the press-heavy philosophies that exhibit across the world at the moment. Typically, you'll see them line up in a 4-2-3-1. That will occasionally move into a 4-3-3, even a 4-1-3-2 at times as well when they're pressing, which does allow for a little bit of flexibility in their approach. In possession, you will see wingers and fullbacks stretching the pitch nice and wide, whilst attacking midfielders or wingers are going to drift centrally and try and create chances in the tight spaces, in the half spaces, and in and around the D. Out of possession, Bournemouth look to go with a relentless man-to-man press. They don't mind going 1v1 at the back, and I think that could be a problem for United if they do. They're going to look to outwork their opponents. That's a problem for United, and their attacking style focuses on quick, vertical play that is often with long balls, used to bypass pressure and also get the ball into the wingers or the strikers. Wingers and overlapping fullbacks will look to try and create overloads and 2v1 situations in the wide areas. Sometimes that doesn't work when you have a back 5, and sometimes that really works when you have a back 5, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. It just, sometimes it does, and it's the particular matchups, and sometimes you look absolutely fine at the back when that's the case. Defensively, the defenders are going to try and keep a really, really high line. They're going to, because they like to press, they're going to try and squeeze the pitch and keep it nice and tight when they move forward. I don't really want to focus too much on Bournemouth. I'm going to give you my United 11 because I want to talk about the United 11 a little bit as well. So there's some injuries. The manager has ruled out Dalot in the press conference, which means there'll be no Dalot. So I think Harry Amas is going to get the tickle again. And I think Patrick Dorgu will probably be deployed on the right-hand side. I think Mazraoui's got a knock. Add that to Dalot, who's already got a knock. And I think the defence has to be, surely, unless Johnny Evans is getting a run out. Although I guess Lindelof has been featuring recently, so I guess that's not out of the realms of possibility. But I think it's going to be Yoro, Maguire, and Fredrickson. How could you not play Fredrickson after last week? I mean, what an absolute kick in the bollocks that would be if you just went, hey, well done, son. That was fantastic. Take a seat. I don't think there's anything to lose. I think you might as well play him. So play him. And then obviously said Amas and Dorgu. I didn't think Dorgu was great on the right-hand side, but he's reliable and you know what you're going to get. So I've got no dramas with playing him again on the right-hand side. And I think Amas was fantastic against Wolves. So I want to see him given another opportunity. And then in the middle, I've honestly, I've written this down and crossed it out and written it down and crossed it out. And I'm going to go with Casemiro and Ugarte in the middle. And I'm going to go with Bruno and Mainu, which you like. Not a lot of pace there, because I know what you know is coming after that. Bruno and Mainu, to try and hold a little bit of the ball and to try and slow this game down a little bit, because this game could easily bypass United. But if we're better with the ball, I feel like we've got a chance in this. Control the ball, dominate possession a little bit in this game. I think with Bruno and Mainu, Ugarte, Casemiro as a block 4 box midfield, I think you've got a chance of doing that. And then I want to see Cheeto up front. Now that's, I'm certain, not controversial. And I am certain that that is probably what a lot of people are thinking. But I think with what's on the horizon with Bilbao, I think you pretty much have to just allow Chido to play as many minutes as possible to give us the best, freshest version of whatever we can up front in those Bilbao games. And obviously Chido can't play in those games anyway. You might as well just have a free hit. The league is done, right? It's never been more done in my history of watching United. It has never been more done than it is now. There is genuinely nothing to play for United in the league. You're playing for pride and you're playing for status within the squad next season. So give Chido a free hit at it. The likes of Fredrickson, Amas, those guys are going to have a good swing at it as well. Let them. And I don't know if there's going to be any other youngsters involved. I think Heaven's got a little bit of a knock. Kokonki obviously was on the bench last week. Maybe you see one of those. But I think you don't need to throw loads in. You can bring Chido in while you've got Amas and Fredrickson in there as well. You've still got the likes of Maguire and Agati, Casemiro, Bruno. It's a pretty young side because obviously Yoro's young, Dorgu's young, Mainu's still young. But there is some experience around them as well. I think they'll be fine. I think that'll be the fine game to throw them into. Now, as always, this match day special is brought to you by our friends at Hollywood Bets. And United obviously now travel to the south coast to play Bournemouth in what could be a very high-energy Premier League clash. Should be no pressure on United. I hope we play some youngsters. I hope we get after it. Both teams are capable of creating chances, maybe not scoring them, but we're certainly capable of creating the chances. And here's what I'm going to go for with the bet boost. Now, I'm going to go with 1+ shot on target for Semenyo. I'm going to go with 1+ shot on target for Garnacho. Total cards over 2.5. Total corners over 8.5. And both teams to score. Now, that bet has been boosted from 3.5 to 1 to 5.5 to 1. So £10 on that, you could win £65 back. And if you would like to get involved and claim your bet boost, then all you got to do is click the link in the description. If you're new to Hollywood Bets, you can create an account and take advantage of these excellent new customer offers, which are also linked in the description. Odds are subject to change and you must be over 18 to participate. Remember, football is unpredictable and this bet is designed to enhance your viewing experience. There's certainly no guarantee of a win. For more details on responsible gaming, please check out begambleaware.org. Now, for me, I think the star man at Bournemouth just has to be Antoine Semenyo. 116 shots in the Premier League, which is the most of any player in the Premier League this season. Out of that, he's got 12 goals and assists. It's not very accurate. It's not. He's volume. He really is. But he epitomises the pace and power. The ball striking is off both feet. He is the sort of player that you struggle against. He will get plenty of shots against United tomorrow. He absolutely is. So it's just going to be one of those. Expect it. See if we can deal with it. And hope we can score some goals ourselves because I struggle to see United keeping a clean sheet in this game. Now, out of that team that I selected, the match winner for United, I think it's going to be Kobbie Mainoo. But I think he's been fantastic when he's been featured. As he's sort of returning from injury, every time we've seen him, he's been doing stuff. The goal aside, the goal was legendary, but outside of that, there's been stuff that he's doing where you go, nice. Like there's an edge to what he's doing. His press resistance against what's going to be a very front foot aggressive press inside will be massive. Every chance he ends up with, he seems to find himself as one of the more advanced players in the 10. He's got that unbelievable close control ability in tight areas where he can just make things happen. I think there's a real chance he cements himself in the system. And I think he could be a massive player for United. And maybe you can find Chido with a little through ball as well, and that'd be nice, wouldn't it? A goal for Chido would put a smile on everyone's face this weekend, I reckon. And that's it. Kobbie Mainoo going to be the man for United. Semenyo is going to be the man for Bournemouth. I've said my piece on my team. I'd like to know your thoughts. Cheers to Hollywood Bets. If you'd like to get involved in that, check the link in the description. Otherwise, enjoy the match and I'll see you after. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.